The next stage is destabilization. This time, subverter does not care about your ideas and the patterns of your consumption. Whether you eat junk food and get fat and flabby, it doesn't matter anymore.
This is just a reminder that your tummy is so cute. So cute.
I work hard to make this house a home.
I was taught that exercise was a way that I deserved to be punished and I should suffer in order to have this thin body. I now know that's not true.
This time, and it takes only from 2 to 5 years to destabilize a nation, what matters is essentials: economy, foreign relations, defense systems. And you can see it quite clearly that in some areas, in such sensitive areas as defense and economy, the influence of Marxist-Leninist ideas in the United States is absolutely fantastic.
Это первый день твоей новой жизни. Что ты знаешь о себе? На что ты способен? Вопросы могут остаться без ответов, но разве ты сможешь знать себя, познать границы своих возможностей? К черту границы! Ты готов ломать себя? Да, потому что без врага нет боя, а без боя нет победы. Но на самом деле, главный враг вчерашний — ты. Твоя задача — выследить врага, догнать его, превзойти, стать лучше, чем он, и вернуться назад.
Begins in California, with a little girl raised by 2 moms. I also marched for equality. I like to think I've been defending freedom from an early age. Standing at the altar to marry my other mom. With such powerful role models, I finished high school at the top of my class. I found it. A way to prove my inner strength and maybe shatter some stereotypes along the way. I'm U.S. Army Corporal Emma Malone Lord, and I answered my calling.
I could never believe it 14 years ago when I landed in this part of the world that the process will go that fast. The next stage, of course, is crisis. It may take only up to 6 weeks to bring a country to the verge of crisis. You can see it in Central America now. And after crisis, with a violent change of power, structure, and economy, you have so-called the period of normalization. It may last indefinitely. Normalization is a cynical expression borrowed from Soviet propaganda. When the Soviet tanks moved into Czechoslovakia in '68, Comrade Brezhnev said, "Now the situation in brotherly Czechoslovakia is normalized." This is what will happen in the United States if you allow all these schmucks to bring the country to crisis, to promise people all kind of goodies and the paradise on earth, to destabilize your economy, to eliminate the principle of free market competition, and to put a big brother government in Washington, D.C.
As just the presence of troops, and I think, Jennifer, you had pointed out that there are more of them that are in Afghanistan and Iraq combined. I guess the numbers get bigger, it seems, by the day. What's the latest?
That's right, Neil. We've seen troops flowing into the Capitol for the last few days. It's pretty quiet behind me right now, but I have been told that even above that 21,000 number, it could go higher for more National Guard being requested and authorized to come to the Capitol. We've also learned that the inspectors generals of both the DOD, DOJ, DHS, as well as the Interior Department, they are going to be investigating what went wrong on January 6th, the communications before, during, and after security at the Capitol. We also, the FBI is telling us that online chatter is at an all-time high. It's continuing in the wake of the January 6th attack and has been going on across the internet in open forums since before the large pro-Trump mob stormed the Capitol on January 6th.
We've already identified over 200 suspects, so we know who you are if you're out there, and FBI agents are coming to find you.
With benevolent dictators like Walter Mondale, who will promise lots of things, never mind whether the promises are fulfillable or not. He will go to Moscow to kiss the bottoms of new generation of Soviet assassins, never mind. He will create false illusions that the situation is under control. Situation is not under control. Situation is disgustingly out of control. Most of the American politicians, media, and educational system trains another generation of people who think they are living at a peacetime. False. The United States is in the state of war, undeclared total war against the basic principles and the foundations of this system.
Alice, my lovely friend.
I first discovered drag at 13. I didn't know what it was, but I knew I wanted it. Put on the wig and the makeup, and I'm someone completely different. I'm so pretty!
My drag name is Vanessa Shimmer, and she is just a force you cannot reckon with.
How do I parent a child that wants to do drag?
I never expected drag to be a part of our lives.
Oh my God, these are so cute.
These are problems I never thought I had to prepare for.
What I love about drag is the glitz and the
It's Vanessa Shimmer!
This is a place of love and support.
Because we need that in this world.
This is me, and you better like it.
Bye.
And the initiator of this war is not Comrade Andropov, of course. It's the system. However ridiculous it may sound, the world communist system or the world communist conspiracy, whether I scare some people or not, I don't give a hoot. If you are not scared by now, nothing can scare you. But you don't have to be paranoid about it. What actually happens now, that unlike myself, you have literally several years to live on unless the United States wake up. The time bomb is ticking. With every second, the disaster is coming closer and closer. Unlike myself, you will have nowhere to defect to, unless you want to live in Antarctica with penguins. This is it. This is the last country of freedom and possibility.
And we have to really often explain to people, this is a program designed for children. It's a drag queen reading children's books, singing children's songs. There's nothing adult about it.
The itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout.
I think often it's hard for people to just kind of get beyond their preconceived notion of what a drag queen does.
We're not trying to pull people to be drag queens. There's some things that I would never perform for a child, and there are things I probably would never wear in front of a child, but that goes for anyone with any profession.
The seats on the bus go swish, 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 all through the town.
I was just talking to these girls.
Well, it certainly has drawn a lot of attention from mayoral candidates to the governor himself. The revelation that a registered sex offender participated in a story time for children might be surprising in and of itself. And while that volunteer violated library policy 3 times, we've learned the sex offender didn't do anything illegal by volunteering to work with children.